Hey Pete, it's Mike. Um, Finished up my articles this morning, and I'm just gonna show you what I did. I do use the Rapid Writer and the Wealthy Affiliate. It's just a great way to save all your articles, and I don't use so much the rewriting feature, but just to save them all and kind of keep everything in one place, it's pretty nice. So here are the 10 that I did. As we talked about, one keyword equals two articles, so we can try and snag both positions for article base. So here's two for bowling tutorial, two for bowling tutorials, how to start, how to learn bowling two, so on and so forth. So now it's just a matter of going through and actually publishing the articles. I did set up um, another account for the sake of the test campaign. So I'm just going to zip through and put these in here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. As soon as I figure out what I'm doing here, but just to show you kind of what I got going on. I will change this. You know, no, I won't. Yeah, I will. So I'll just do make it at least look presentable. I don't bother putting a default bio in there because I always change it anyway. And the picture I won't worry about right now. I will put one in there though. It'll probably be the same picture that I have now. Okay. So let me go through and publish it. Now it's just a matter of copying and pasting the articles from Rapid Writer and Wealthy Affiliate into article base. Okay, so I'll change this just so it looks a little nicer. Oop, there we go. And we'll pick the category. It's sports, fitness, the title. So now I just go in and I'll just start from the top. Bowling tutorial, the article base, and now it's just a matter of copying and pasting all this stuff. So here's my title. Copy it and paste. Now the summary, for me, I usually just use the first small paragraph in the article. That should be the summary anyway. I mean, you're summarizing what it is that you're going to talk about. So I always find that as opposed to rewriting a summary, I'll just copy and paste it from the article that I already wrote. That may change, of course, depending on your preference, but that's what I choose. So my keyword, I'm only going to enter in the one that I was focusing on, so bowling tutorial. You know, my thought about it is just trying not to confuse Google with what I'm doing. All right, sorry, man, I still got this cold I'm dealing with. Okay, so now let's just copy all this stuff here. Copy. Sorry, the computer's kind of slow today. Paste it, and then I'll go through and I usually like to add a little bit of formatting. Um, you know, I'll do some highlighting or bolding or something. So, you know, here's one bowling tutorial one. Really, um, really easy. It's just a way of making things stand out a little bit better, and it breaks it up for the reader too, in terms of the monotony of the article itself. So that's just kind of what I do. So bold and underline, and then do the same thing for 3. And actually, a little trick is you can just hold down Control and highlight all those, and bold and do whatever you want, all at the same time. But I have a laptop, and it's kind of hard to do. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to identify some of my keywords, which we said were those bowling tutorial. Sorry. And all I use is the feature from Firefox to show me where all those show up. Okay, and then what I'll do first, here's my first one, bowling tutorial. I'm going to link that up to my Squidoo page. And let me go grab that link. So that's how you create the link. It's really easy inside article base. There's just one button as opposed to manually doing it here with that code. The only difference being is you do have to enter that code in during for your resource box. But that's really easy too once you get the hang of it. Excuse me. Then I always change this to open in a new window. I don't know what you do. It's just something that I've grown accustomed to doing. I don't like when I click on something on a site and it takes me away from it. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, so I have one. You're allowed up to 3 links within article base. So I have 2. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. You're allowed up to 3 links within the body of the article, and then another 3 within the resource box of the article. So up to 6 links. And I always try and use up to 3. In this case, I'm only going to use 2, and the reason being is the way that my article is set up does not. Bowling tutorial is not used as much as I would like, and I'm not going to create a link for a title. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So right here is where the majority of my my keywords come in: bowling tutorial 3, bowling tutorial 2. I'm not going to link up one of those. It doesn't make any sense. So I have 2 within the article body itself, 2 links. Relatively easy. It's not a big deal. You're allowed up to 3, so I'm just not going to use one. That's no sweat though. And then here is my resource box, and I'm just going to copy it and paste it. And then notice within the resource box you can't create the link automatically. You have to manually type in the code. So you'll see here on my Rapid Writer, here's the code at the bottom, and I just copy and paste it into each of the articles that I do. So I'm not having to manually type it out each and every time. So it's a really easy way to do it. So nonetheless, my article's complete. I am going to preview it, make sure that I don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Okay. Are you looking for a bowling tutorial? I've got a bowling tutorial for you. Here's the first link right up top. That actually helps Google find it right away. Little spiders and robots that go out each night. That's a really easy way to help them find it right away is to put it right at the top. So you see how well it looks for the format bowling tutorial 1, 2. Everything's broken out really nice. So the user is just going to skim through. They know exactly where to look. 2, 3, so on and so forth. Looking for any misspelled words. Everything looks okay. Here's my second link here, and I'll test it. Let me just click on it real quick and make sure that it's going to take me to my site. And I already know what it is here, how to start bowling today. Very good idea to get in the habit of checking these links before you submit it, just to make sure that that you entered everything in correctly, especially if you have to type out that code manually. You want to make sure that everything's good. So that looks good to me. We'll scroll down and take a look at my resource box. Default author bio. Do you want to know what I did wrong when I started bowling and what I did to make myself better? I can show you how I found the best bowling tutorial out there, as well as how it made me a better bowler. And then I'll click on that again just to make sure that it's going to take me to the site. It will. Tell by my title up here, so let's just go back. Excuse me. Just give me a sec, and that is it. So I'll go through and I'll do these for the other 9 articles, and then hopefully they get to these relatively quickly, so I can start getting myself some traffic. Submit, and we are finito. So that being said, let me get to work on these other 9, and we'll be in touch.